Hey guys, lost my page there for a second. All right, I know it's a lot of graphing this week, so uh, we'll get through it all. I know graphing may not be some of your guys' strong suits. We're not together, so it's a little harder. So we're going to tackle 2.7 today, which is graphing. Yeah, I know, graphing uh, linear inequalities and absolute value inequalities. So let's just take uh, inequality that looks like number 10. So if it looks like number 10, we get 2y plus 3 is less than or equal to 11. All right, so let's just not worry about anything right now. Let's not do that one. I don't like that one. Control. Let's do something else. I just realized I do not like that one. Let's do number 12. And we have 6x plus 4y is less than or equal to, or yeah, backwards, less than or equal to 24. So you can solve and you can change to y-intercept, or I should say, you guys may know it as slope intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b if you want to. I don't. Personally, I don't. I just try to find my x and y intercepts. So my first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find my x and y intercepts. And so that means that if I'm going to find my y-intercept, x is going to be 0 plus 4y is less than 24. So then y is less than or equal to 6. Okay? And then I'm going to do my x-intercept, which is going to say that 6x plus 4 times 0 is less than or equal to 24. That y is going to disappear, so x is less than or equal to 4. So now I've got everything I really need to know, and for this one, I'm going to do actual nice lines for you guys. So we got a nice line there, and then I'm going to do a nice line here. And so we know that y is less than 6, so we're going to go up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got that point there. So I'm at 6 and 0. So, 0 and 6. And so that's what I graphed up there. And then I've got to go to my x-intercept, which is at 0 and 4. Oops, backwards, 4 and 0. Sorry, guys. In a morning of mistakes, 4 and 0. So we go over to 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we draw our dot. Okay, so then we just draw a line here. So then I'm going to take my line, and I'm going to draw a line. Oops, not that one. That one's horrible. Let's try this one more time. And I'm going to draw my line the best I can through my points. Okay, and so we've got this solid line. The other thing I need you guys to remember is less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. It's a solid line. Less than or greater than, it is a dashed line. So since this one is less than or equal to, it's a solid line. And then what we do is we finish with a shade. Let's see if my highlighter wasn't working. So I'll shade it with yellow. So what that tells us is, remember it said y is less than 6. So y is less than 6. It tells us that x is less than 4. X is less than 4. So I shade according to what my x and y intercepts tell me. So then I just shade this side. So all my answers are over here below this green line. All right. So again, step number one, I better take off my highlighter before I do something crazy with it. Step number one, for these, find your x and y intercepts. Step number two, connect the dots. Step number three, shade. Okay, this just tells us that all the answers have to be below this line, is really what it says. Okay, so there's multiple solutions. So anything can be in solution down here. All right, so let's go ahead and move to the next type of problem, which is going to be an absolute value inequality. So let's go ahead and go to number 24 for you guys. Number 24 has y minus 3 is greater than, and it is negative 2 and x plus 4. Whoops, I keep doing that to you guys. Absolute value. So let's just kind of solve this to make that, clean it up a little bit. Y is greater than negative 2 x plus 4 plus 3. So why did I do it this way? We want to be comfortable with the equation. And if you remember, we have a, b, h, negative h, and we have k here. So this gives us a little bit better feel. So since we have absolute value, we know it is going to be an absolute value, which is a v. It's going to be shifted over negative 4 and up 3, and it's going to be flipped and reflected because we've got an a that's negative. So let's just look at this here. We got an a that's a negative 2. So this is going to be flipped or reflected, and it's going to be narrower, right? Because it's going to be 2 over 1. B is still 1, so it doesn't matter. B is 1. H is opposite of what you see, so we're going to get negative 4. And K is 3. So let's go over here. Let me raise this up just a little bit more. All right. So again, I'll draw better lines for you guys because I still can't figure out how to draw stupid vertical lines. I think it'd be pretty easy by now, but apparently I'm not very good. So go from there. All right, so let's go ahead and let's do H and K first. So if I'm going to go H and K, I'm going to go over negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go up 3. 1, 2, 3. So there is my center. Okay, so there's my center. We also have the fact that this thing is going to go upside down, so it's going to go this way. So we're going to go that way, but it's going to go down 2, 1, 2, and over 1 on each side. Okay? And you can keep doing this down 2 and over 1 if you wanted to, down 2 and over 1, because we want a V. Now, this is a absolute, this is a greater than, so we want to make sure that it's a dashed line. So I've got to learn how to do a dashed line right here. So I've got a dashed line like that, and I've got a dashed line like that. Okay, it's the best I can do, guys. So I got a dashed line. So I got a dashed line on either side, and we want everything above that Y. So everything above it. So if we're gonna shade this, I'll go back to my yellow shader here. We're gonna shade everything above this line. It's above it. Okay? So then we've got everything above the line. All right, so we're using our graphing skills, and then we're just going to shade above or below the line. Remember, you got to pay attention to this piece here if we want to know above or below. This says y is greater. So y, this is our y-axis, don't forget. This is our y-axis. So that means anything on here has to be greater than this line. So we're going to shade all above that particular one. All right, guys, that's our final video for the week. I have a feeling we're going to be helping you a lot this week. It's a lot of graphing, and we totally understand. So hang in there, and we'll get you through this week.